What's up, comic and pop culture fans? This is James with Untitled Comics, and I'm wearing a Santa hat because today is basically Christmas Day. I got a big video for you guys. You remember 4 months back, Greg from Phantasm Comics got in an awesome collection of mid to lower grade, huge amount of marble, mostly marble, Silver Age keys. And he invited me over to do a fun Guess That Grade video. I took a look at all the books, and I said what I think that the grade would get. This was prior to a press, which Greg did press everything. I was extremely excited to hear that the books made it back, so now we get to do part 2, the reveal. And stay tuned to the end of the video to see which of the following books I picked up. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. We got the 12,000 subscriber giveaway coming up soon, which is a PlayStation 5. We're going to kick things off with some Tales suspense books. Alright guys, let's see how I did. When this video dropped 4 months ago, I said the first appearance of Black Widow would get a 4.5 if it was pressed. Unfortunately, the press couldn't quite get it to the 4.5, but it's still a solid grade. First Hawkeye, same thing. I said it would get a 5.0 cream pages though. Luckily, it did not get cream pages, but we did get a 4.5 instead of a 5. By this point you'd be thinking, oh, maybe the press didn't do such a good job? But check out this first appearance of the Mandarin. I thought it would get a 5.0. The press brought this to life. Look at that beautiful 6.0. Next up we had the first Puppet Master. I said it would be a 3.0. I didn't love the page color quality. I thought it would be cream, but still, massive key. Happy to say the press brought that to life too. Off-white too, not cream pages. That's a surprise. Next up we had the second Doctor Doom appearance. This was a little nicer. I thought it would be a little bit closer to a 5, but I wanted to play it safe. I said it would be a 4. Well, it came back with the custom label as a beautiful 4.5 off-white to white. Now we have the first Fantastic Four meeting the Hulk. Classic cover here. I think I was thrown off by some of the discoloration, so I said it would get a 3. I'm happy to say it made it all the way to a 4. We were incredibly impressed with the pressing job over at CCS. The last issue of that first Hulk miniseries here, issue number 6, first Team Brigade. And it got a 4. The press came through. Next we got the first appearance of Scorpion. Now I said this would be a 3.5 creamed off-white. And it came back, beautiful looking book, and the press was able to give it a slight bump all the way to a 4.0. And it got off-white, no cream anywhere. Now with Mysterio, I thought that this would get a 3.5 with creamed off-white. Well, it came back and the press did a good job, but I think mostly the issues with the book weren't pressable. So we remained at a 3.0, still solid. Next we had a lower copy, I would say, of Electro. I thought it would get a 2.5. I didn't like the gashes I was seeing up in the top, but the colors were extremely vibrant, especially for this grade. Look at that custom label. We at least got in the 3s with that, so that's pretty cool. Now we got the first Kang. What's this, the hugest book of the year? I thought it would get a 4.0 off-white to white. Did come back a little bit higher. The press kind of gave us a big bump here. Off-white pages, 4.5, our first appearance of Kang. Next up, we have first Baron Zemo. This was my worst guess out of everything. I thought that it looked more like a 5.5. And unfortunately, it came back a 4.5 and creamed off-white. I think they graded this one, quite honestly, a bit harsh. But I haven't seen the grader's notes. I'm sure it's justified. Next, we had the first Silver Cap. This is a huge book. Unfortunately, I didn't think it would break the 3s. Luckily, the pressing job on this and all of the others from the submission was quite honestly stellar. We made it all the way up to a 3.5, and these books were transformed seeing them this time around after the press. Very impressed. Purple Man thought I'd get a 4.5, and I'm happy to say the press got it there. I was spot on, 4.5 on the dot. Origin and first appearance of the Purple Man. Now we got the second Daredevil and the second Electro. Thought it would get a 3.5 with cream to off-white pages. Well, it did come back a 3.5, so I was spot on here. But no cream, it was just purely off-white pages. Not bad. First Daredevil, one of the nicer presenting copies I've seen with completely intact colors. This thing must have either never been read or stored somewhere with not a touch of light. I'm surprised to see it get a 3.5. I actually think that this is probably one of the nicer 3.5s you can see. First Avengers. Yeah, big book here. I thought it would get a creamed off-white 3.5, and it came back with a very impressive pressing, giving a slight grade bump off of what I had predicted all the way to a 4.0. Origin and first appearance of the Avengers. It did keep the creamed off-white pages that I said it would. And finally, the last guest here. This one is the most impressive pressing job out of the entire bunch. I thought this could not get higher than a 2.5, but looking at the book this time around, the presser did an amazing job, and it brought us to 3.5. At this point, guys, what are you thinking? Which book do you think is the one that I picked up? I loaded up pretty much the rest of the comics that I have of the more dollar bin variety, and I marched it over to Phantasm Comics to see what trade-in value I could get for this key. I sold some desk statues, dollar bin books, and a bunch of stuff, but in bulk, which accumulated to me buying Daredevil #1. Truly a book I never thought I would own. Courtesy of Greg from Phantasm Comics, thank you so much for the opportunity, my dude, and to everybody. If you've got dollar bin books and stuff that you don't really want, don't think it doesn't accumulate. It might not be worth anything, but if you got enough, you can sell it in bulk and get the first appearance of Daredevil. The rest of my dollar bins just got me a Daredevil #1. Words cannot express to you how excited I am to own this book. The colors are popping like crazy. This thing must have never, ever, ever, ever been displayed once. And honestly, I don't plan to. I think I'm going to put either two things. Put it in a safe or put it beside my bed so I can kiss it every morning. So this is why I say, guys, keep on hunting.